Jaden Daniels is the best quarterback in the NFC right now.
Jaden Daniels keeps it. Touchdown! Touchdown, Washington!
This one is launched from McLaurin. He's got it. Touchdown!
Oh, he handled it like a real G.
Good credit to my O-line. Good credit to my receivers, my running backs.
They've diversified the no-huddle offense. I think it's probably the biggest weapon going in the NFL right now.
I believe Jaden Daniels can show some of those same things we saw from CJ last year.
We still got room to grow. We're not a finished product at all.
Over the last 2 weeks, road wins over the Bengals and Cardinals. Jaden Daniels has gone 47 for 53 passing, a completion percentage of 88.7. That's the highest rate over a two-game span in NFL history among those with at least 40 attempts. Coming in second on this list, Jared Goff over his last two games. We talked about it off the top of the show, how great he's been. It's tied with the Peyton Manning stretch back in 2008. I mean, Hawk, you just can't say enough about what we've seen so far from Jaden Daniels. What's impressed you most?
He is an elite game manager with game changer abilities, right? That's what I love about him. As a dual threat quarterback, he only breaks that glass in case of emergency. When you watch him process, he routinely gets to reads 3 and 4. Even when he gets outside the pocket, he is still looking downfield to make the throw. When you watch the tape, the decision-making at this stage in his career, being a rookie, you saw glimpses of it in the preseason. You saw it in college. He is one of those guys that even if he had no ability to run the football, I don't think he would be any less great at quarterback.
Wow.
And that is special, and that is a evolution when you think about dual threat abilities. Jaden Daniels has the potential to be one of the greats.
You know what else? He's just fun, too. Like, he brings the
of
swag
course.
to the game, the celebrations, the smiles. We love it. All right, let's stay on this game. Get it over to Dan and Marcus at the touchscreen. What does the film show you guys?
Unpredictable no huddle. That's the element of this offense that I don't think people are paying enough attention to. You know this. When teams run no huddle, oftentimes it's same formation, get to the line of scrimmage. I wanted everyone at home to understand this. So 13 personnel. This is to start a drive in the second half. One back, and then we got 3 tight ends. And see how this formation's a little bit shrunk down? They're going to motion over Zach Ertz as a tight end. We're going to get a little play action ball fake. Terry McLaurin's going to push vertical. Great timing by Jaden Daniels. Bang completion to kind of get this drive kick-started. Okay, very next play, they get up to the line of scrimmage. Last time, shrunk down. This time, spread out in a little bit of a 2-by-2. They get downhill with Brian Robinson running the football. So we saw 13 personnel shrunk down, 13 personnel spread out. Now they're into a bunch at the bottom of the screen. Jaden Daniels under center. These are no huddle plays. There is no stopping down. There is no getting new personnel out there. They go bootleg. He gets on the perimeter. Very next play, no huddle. We're at the line of scrimmage. This time we're in empty. So we've got 4 straight plays in 4 different formations. Jet sweep to Zacchaeus. He gets out on the edge. The defense is flying to the football, over pursuing. That's a huge chunk. Now we're going to get into empty again. 4 people down to the bottom of the formation. We got lead blockers. This is still the same personnel. 5 straight plays. They have not huddled. This is one drive in the second half. They're not getting up into that same formation. Now they've got the 13 personnel. Empty again. Jaden Daniels drops back to pass. He gets Zacchaeus lined up on a linebacker with this choice route at the bottom of the screen. Bang, easy completion. 7th play of this drive. We're still going to be in 13 personnel. Now we get that motion, and we get a lead draw for Brian Robinson, 6-7 yards. Multiplicity of formation, multiplicity of touches. Now we have an extended wide bunch with Jaden Daniels in the gun. Drop back to pass on 3rd down. He goes 1 to 2 to 3, finds McCaffrey over the middle. That throw is absolutely spectacular. 8 plays in a row. Now we get that bunch, 13 personnel. We're still with all of our tight ends onto the field, down in the red zone. 1st down. We're going to run the football with Brian Robinson. Okay, then we get the 2nd down. This is 9 straight plays of the same people. No huddle. All these different formations. Check down with a little bit of a screen. Beautiful job. We're going to keep our personnel on the field. 10-play drive. Can you finish it off with that same group, forcing the defense to never once settle, never once have communication, look at the protection in the pocket, touchdown. So my thing is really wanted people at home, big fella, to understand is this is not a no huddle where they're lining up in the same formation and getting predictable. There is an unpredictable element of the formations they're going to get into.
I also believe that's why Cliff Kingsbury deserves a lot of credit.
No doubt.
when you hear us talk about offenses dictating or defenses dictating, this is the absolute example of what it is. One, get us in the personnel where we can get them in the personnel that we want to get them in defensively. And now let's create space because we still are super athletic with our quarterback. If you look at majority of these formations, whether they were condensed or whether they were spread out, you only had one linebacker in the middle of the field.
So I was just going to say that. Like, just on this, the fourth play, they're spread out. Look at where this defensive end is or defensive tackle.
Absolutely. You already have an edge. You're already creating an edge.
Exactly, and I think part of that is because teams can't be able to communicate on the fly like this as well as they want to, right? Everyone get calls.
This is an absolute timeout after you see the first 3 plays. And it's unfortunate for a lot of coaches because you don't want to use them in this particular situation. You hoping that you can get an alignment or get a negative play to get a stop. The problem now that people are going to have to deal with, and this is...
I got a wide receiver on
a linebacker. And the beauty of all of this is they actually run that play back. Run that play back. And this is the Jaden Daniels effect. Now, this linebacker right here can clearly, he should know where this matchup is.
Right.
He can't move. It's almost like I'm in between. One, I'm tired. I'm in between trying to spy a quarterback that can rip off a 40-yard run. And I got a guy on the linebacker out here messed up. I don't know where to go or where to move. And this is the predicament that they put people in.
I find it fascinating that they're able to operate with all these different formations and all these different motions. Now, it's a credit to those 3 tight ends that they got out there. I want to get to the end zone of the final clip, which is the touchdown pass, because there's been a lot of conversation about Washington's offensive line, and man, this group's been a lot better than we kind of expected. I think one of the reasons why is because 9-10 play drive of no huddle offense and all these different formations and all these different moving parts, I think it's done one really unexpected thing for Washington. You guys are so tired that offensive line has to block a defensive line that's exhausted.
Absolutely.
Look at this pocket.
Absolutely. And Dio, the other part is this. You, from a personnel standpoint defensively, you don't have most of your rush guys in the game when you're at 13.
Because you got the big bodies.
Thinking about run guys.
Cliff Kingsbury, the unpredictable no huddle is a key in Washington.
Great stuff, guys. We have some break.